Can AI replace you? Can it replace parts of you? I believe that AI cannot ever replace you. In this episode, I invite you to join me as I share my perspective on why I believe that AI cannot replace you. Welcome to our program, Things to Remember in an AI and Digital Economy. I'm your host, Susan, and this is brought to you by Blossoming Speaker. This program is all about building confidence, developing your communication skills, and living in your purpose during all the changes of our AI and digital economy. In this episode, I will be reading some parts of a book that I will be launching later on this year that covers a little bit about this topic. Right now, I'd like you to sit with me and be open to a different way of looking at AI and how it impacts the way you work and demonstrate your value in your day-to-day or even just in your professional world. AI is designed to take on repetitive, process-orientated tasks to make them more efficient and free up our time to do other things. AI learning side of it, to put it very simply, is designed to seek out patterns, trends, habits, and report on them and use its knowledge of them to provide recommendations, suggestions, or to plainly identify and communicate its results. AI agents have been designed to complete multi-step tasks. Think of them as your own digital personal assistant, helping you to get things done. AI as a system has a great capacity to store and connect so many data points together. So how people or businesses use the data is quickly becoming a greater competitive edge in our commercial world. These different facets of AI are shaping and changing, dare I say, evolving the way we work, we connect, and the way we communicate. And this is not necessarily a scary thing, but I can understand why some people might be thinking, with all the possibilities of how AI can change the way you complete tasks at work or the way you do things in certain areas of your life. I understand how the idea or the thought that AI can replace me can come into mind. But I would like to encourage you. No, I rather help you remember these things in our AI and digital economy. Even though the tasks that you do may be replaced by artificial intelligent technology or other technology, you as a person, that's who you are, your values, your beliefs, the way you do things, your experiences, your expertise, the way you combine your unique aspects of you will not ever be replaced by AI or tech. Yes, I have seen and I know that AI technology can be created to mirror a person. Create your image, use a snippet of your voice, use some of your thought leadership and your ideas to create your own persona online. But that is not you. That's not who you are as a person. First, I would like you to remember that AI and tech is not you. You will always both be two different things. And even though AI has the opportunity to complete the tasks and processes that you can do yourself, it's not there to replace you. It is created to help remove the burden of you completing those repetitive, process orientated tasks so you can then better invest your time, your energy to use your experience, expertise, knowledge, know-how, discernment, insights, perspectives to create more value within the system. And to create more value is creating more interpretations of how best to use or adapt the information that AI can produce within the system. AI can never replace that unique combination of who you are, but it is an opportunity for you to let go of these repetitive tasks to have more time to do other things at your work, in your day-to-day life that is more meaningful to you. I can understand you may feel replaceable if the majority of your time at work requires you to complete tasks or processes or reporting requirements that AI can now do. But I would like you to remember that you have a great capacity and ability to evolve who you are and the way you do things. And this free time that AI is going to give you by removing the process orientated and the repetitive tasks allows you to step into the types of work that are more meaning for you, to give yourself that space to think more strategically about certain directions that you want to take your business or your department or your project, to give yourself the time to really nurture and build those connections that are important for you to get your job done within your industry or your company. It gives you that time to allow you to pause and reset and look after your well-being, because you are not meant to squeeze everything in. You're supposed to allow AI and its way of working to increase your level of productivity, to monitor and oversee the task orientated work. So you can use a greater percentage of your mental capacity, your physical energy, your passion into more meaningful work. Another thing I would like you to remember is not to tie so much of your value of who you are, your skill set, your talent, your knowledge, your expertise into the actual tasks, processes, reporting elements itself. Your collective you is your value. Please do not devalue this by putting so much weight of your value in the task that you complete yourself that you can now give to AI. The last thing I would like you to remember is tied to visibility, particularly visibility in the workplace or in the industry that you work in. Now, I understand that a lot of our roles, we have shaped the visibility to be tied to the task metrics. So, what tasks are being completed, the output of tasks and processes, the output of report generation and presenting of reports through presentations. There is a lot of our visibility that has been geared up and displayed under the metrics of these processes and tasks that now can be done by AI. So the question of visibility comes into now, how else do I demonstrate my value in my business or in my industry? Because historically, so much of it has been tied up in demonstrating my value through these process orientated tasks and reports and data insights. There are other ways that you can show your visibility of the value you create in your work environment. And one big part of it, which I'm a huge advocate for, is the way you communicate. Communication in the workplace is changing. Now I can understand in present day, mid 2025, a lot of the communication styles may seem like there is no change. So you could be thinking, Susan, what are you talking about? What kind of changes in our communication styles we need? We're telling stories, we're using our presentation skills to persuade, to meet our goals or gather buy-in to close out a deal or whatever it might be. There is right now, with the impact of AI, a huge undercurrent of change in the way we communicate. One area is the way we build connections. So right now is about talking about a relatable story and bringing out use cases and examples that are relatable to the audience. But the verbal language and the body language that you use to build that connection is shifting. The second area where communication is changing in the workplace is the way we connect to our emotions. There's a school of thought under emotional intelligence about this, but really it's about not being robotic at the way we communicate or say things. It's about how do we work with our emotions to convey the meaning of what we are trying to say. How are we allowing emotions to influence how we deliver our meaning? I'm not talking about demonstrating the extremes. Of course, you need to ensure that it fits the environment and the situation that you are speaking in. But there is a need for you to connect more with the emotion so your message is more relatable and impactful in this AI and digital economy. So, in summary, I ask you to remember these things. AI will not replace you because you are your own unique self. The combination of you is so unique that it will not ever be mirrored. And even though you may create a digital avatar of yourself that is so similar to you, it will not be you because you have a greater ability to adapt and pivot and move and change direction because of your power of how you can make decisions. You have a great capacity and ability to evolve who you are and the way you do things. And this free time that AI is going to give you by removing the process orientated and the repetitive tasks allows you to step into the types of work that are more meaningful for you. It's important for you to remove the idea of tasks and processes as part of your identity. That is a part of who you are and the way you operate. And to maintain your version of identity being who you are, what is your purpose, and what is the value that you give to the people around you. And lastly, I want you to remember that yes, there are many ways for you to demonstrate your value in your work environment, particularly visibility in the workplace or in the industry that you work in. And one area is the way you communicate with others. Predominantly in this AI and digital world, it's about how you connect and how you deliver your meaning. And a lot of that is driven by purpose. It may be easy to fall for the trap of thinking you are replaceable by the innovations and uses of AI, but it cannot replace you. It may need you to adapt how you use and communicate your value, but you are not replaceable and your impact is there, even if you never see it. So, what has this episode helped you remember? And what kind of curiosities has it stirred up within you?